Hey guys, it's Thunder here, and welcome back to another episode of the Need for Speed Most Wanted Mod Showcase. And today, our first car we're going to be showing off was meant to be in the last part, but because it replaces the Mazda Rx-8, which another car in the last part did, I had to move it to this episode. In fact, another car that was even supposed to be in here, again, also replaces the Mazda Rx-8, so we'll see it a couple episodes from now because I have an idea with it in terms of why I made it a couple episodes from now rather than the next episode. But anyways, today we have here is first up is the Audi R8 5.2 Fsi Quattro V10. It's a very nice looking Audi here. Very fancy car. I've always liked the R8 particularly. I'm more for the 4.2, but the 5.2 is alright. Of course, though, I'm more on the Gallardo, as this car really is. Body kits now. All it does is it changes the little side panel color thing or whatever. So it's a very small thing. It doesn't really change much. So we'll just give it like the black because it's a more familiar color. You actually can put spoilers on the car, which is interesting. If so, I'm actually gonna put the Rocker 5. I don't mind that too much. I know some people are probably saying off of my head. Actually, okay, I see that little indentation in the Rocker 5. I might not want that. Yeah, I think the Groundmaster probably doesn't have it. Nope. Yeah, it's a little silly, but why not? Roof scoops don't work either. So it's body kits, spoilers, and obviously, of course, wheels. Paint wise, we can in fact paint it. I'm gonna put it in white. I always like the 5.2 R8 in white personally, and you can in fact also put some vinyls on it. So. And they're, properly mapped, which is nice. So you can just, go through all these sort of things and whatnot. And yes, because this replaces the Rx-8, you can put some vinyls on it. Like that, like the Izzy one again. But we're going to put the Mia one on. The Mia vinyl is going to go on this car rather than the Izzy one. And we'll just paint that dark, because why not? So there we go, there's our R8 5.2. Now we're going to take it over, of course, as always, taking it over to the Petersburg test track. I'm going to itch behind the back of my left ear here. 4 laps around the Petersburg test track, no opponents, and we're going to record the fastest, and we're going to save the fastest lap time that we can possibly get from here. And I realize how low the game volume I have on, so you may be able to barely hear it. I apologize for that. I might fix that. Either that or it's just something else that's causing, I don't know. Anyways, very quick start off the top of at the start, and I didn't even have the perfect start. So we've got a car with plenty of speed to show for it, and extremely responsive handling. Again, it takes a moment, but once you do, there's quite a bit to show for it. Of course, though, after that, it kind of makes it kind of balances out more naturally. So it's nothing too crazy, but still. That initial amount of turning is quite a lot. It's quite an awful lot to it. So even though this replaces the Rx-8, again, this does not have the same engine note. So not quite sure what engine note is in this one particularly. I can't recall, especially because I can't hear the game very well. I think I have it down too low, or my computer volume is down too low, which is also possible. But with this R8, I think we're going to be looking at a pretty quick lap time here. So that initial bit of turning is it really helps. I mean, look at how fast I'm going. I'm doing 214 in that spot. That's nuts. I managed to get through that corner very well too. This is going to be one quick car for I mean, if everything goes to plan, I wouldn't be surprised if this thing I can perhaps get it into the maybe top 10 if everything works out. Because it's definitely got the prowess to do so. It's very damn quick. I'm very surprised how quick. I didn't think the R8 was going to be this quick. I expected it was going to be slightly above mid-table at the most, but not this quick. This is really damn quick. It's just getting through this track as if it were nothing. It's going to get a really nice time here, I can tell. What are we going to get here? 51.59. Wow, that is one quick time. That's top 10. That is top 10 time for the R8 5.2. So yeah, this is it's looking up for this car. But yeah, also I kind of forgot to realize I like to kind of switch it up for my sakes. And now I'm just making myself look silly. I gotta itch the back of my ear again. It's annoying me. But yeah, this is It's quite a car we have here. So we'll just have to keep. We're just gonna gotta keep going here. But yeah, 225 there. That is insane. And then like just the amount of speed that this car can carry is just great. It's just the handling really helps. It's a top 10 car for sure. It's incredible to see how fast this thing goes. And even with all those errors, I still made a 55.52. But yeah, I'm going to try to get as quick as the time I'm going to get, especially now that I don't have to switch camera view, so I don't have to worry this time around because I did it a little bit too late on this lap. But on the last lap, I mean, sorry. But man, this thing goes. It just moves. I'm really impressed with this R8. I really like it. It's very, very damn fast, and it's a lot of fun to drive. It's just a very, very nice mod. I mean, yes, it's probably more faster than it really needs to be, but still, it's wonderful. It's a wonderful car to me. I really like it. So, yeah, cut through there nicely. So yeah, I think we're gonna get a very, very quick time. Look at that, 235. Just, I saw it flash at 235. That is one hell of a speed, and probably one hell of a time, as we got on that last lap at 50. Oh, very, very light improvement, but we got it up now to a 51.55 rather than a 51.59. But yeah, it's a top 10 car. It's very damn quick, and that, I think with that, because the M3 GTR was in 10th place at the time of recording this, that now means that the top 10 is now entirely led by modded cars, because the M3 GTR was the last one remaining. So that's pretty interesting. So next up, I'm going to have to, again, go over to the Lexus here, because there's another counterflicting issue as we go to the Chevrolet El Camino SS. One of my all-time favorite Chevrolets, to be honest. Now, I think this one seems to have a bit of another thing of, it's just got basically more blank things to just prevent, like, to basically just prevent there from being, a bit of a conflict issue or something like that for the body kits. But yeah, I do like this one quite a bit. I'm also going to go with that. The hoods, I don't... Oh, hello. This looks a little familiar, doesn't it? Yeah, that is the Team Escape livery from Need for Speed World. The blue Juggernaut and the red Juggernaut. So this brings me back. So I'm gonna go put the red Juggernaut one on, and then if you go a couple more over, you can have some stripes, and then even one with the... Oh yes, that's even better. We can have it with the roof, with the truck bed closed. Oh, look at that. You can even have one with the blower in the back. Ooh, look at that. Carbon fiber. Yeah, that is nice. You have a lot of different choices you can make with this car. I'm impressed by just how many options there are for this car. The guy really made it so almost every single one is different, and that's very impressive. But we're gonna stick with that one. I like that one quite a bit, and no roof scoops. Good. Now, because we've got a paint job on the car, this isn't gonna matter anything because of whatnot. But yeah, I really like that. That's quite good. I'm very impressed. And just to make it fit, let's go with a medium red. So yeah, I guess we have our own custom red Juggernaut Team Escape Edition Chevrolet El Camino Ss from Need for Speed Worlds into there. I really think that's kind of cool. I really like that. But anyways. And for people wondering if the black part on the top for the vinyl is incorrect, no, that's actually how it was like in the game. That's how they designed it. It's a little silly, but whatever. This actually, interestingly enough, replaces the Chevrolet Corvette, which is a fairly interesting choice, but whatever, we'll work with it. But yeah, anyways, El Camino, this should be interesting. I hope so. And the one thing that definitely worried me, which looks like it may be coming true. Yeah, it looks like it may have a short top end. But it's got handling. So, quite a bit of it actually. So, because it's got a short, it doesn't look like it's going to be very quick. It won't be very high up the leaderboard. Because it's actually got handling, this car will at least not be last place. It's just that this car doesn't have a lot of speed to offer, so It's not going to be quite up there, but the handling is one thing that's going to more than likely prevent it from being Lamborghini Aventador J bottom. Yeah, as you can see here, it's only got 5 gears and about 181 miles an hour is about as much as I'm getting there. I'm not quite sure why the guy made it so low for this car, but whatever. I'm not the one who made it, and it could have obviously been a lot worse. But you know, with it being like either way too low or way too high. But, you know, I would have liked to see it at least been able to hit around 210, maybe 220 as its max. But 180 just seems a bit too low to me. But I think nevertheless, we'll probably still be able to get at least a good time out of it, if mostly thanks to the car's really good handling. So, I mean, it takes a little bit to use to. It's kind of a good handling in a weird way. It's grippy, but you know, it's also kind of twitchy too. Just a little bit of movement can cause quite a bit of a difference. So you just got to be a little bit noticeable and careful with the car. But yeah, I don't think this probably won't hit under 1 minute. That's 182. That's about as much as I'm gonna get there, I think. And though you can't expect it to do much, I don't see that this more than likely, of course, will not be at the bottom, because it just grips through the corners good enough to keep it from hitting the bottom. There we go, 1 minute .90. In fact, so there's quite a few number of cars it beats so far, and we're gonna switch to the hood view, or not bumper view, not hood view, bumper view. We could actually go with the hood view. In fact, let's do that. Probably let's try the hood view out, see how we fare. Because at least with the hood view, it's a little bit higher up, and you do at least still get to see the hood of the car. So, but yeah, I really was impressed. The amount of hood options to really change up the look of the car is a really welcome addition. I wasn't at all expecting the Team Escape Edition liveries from Need for Speed World for this car. Now this probably predates the one that they would later add in the game that had like a drag livery, which they brought later on in the game. So I think this mod predates that, but you know, it's still cool to see that. One of the interesting things about Need for Speed World when it came to this car was that for quite a while when I was trying to save up money to get a second car, which was at the time they were still a tier system, so it would have been a tier 2 car, and I was either going to go between the Escort RS Cosworth or the Lotus Elise. In hindsight, looking back, I should have gone with the Elise, but then I was informed that there was a Chevrolet El Camino SS, the blue Juggernaut version, which was for in-game cash, and you were able to buy it, of course, with in-game cash, and it would be a very effective car. So I went with that, and you know, it was actually cheaper too, which was very interesting. And although I really like the Elise, I don't regret the purchase. I just think maybe the Elise, because as it turned out, the Elise was, when you really tune that thing, it was like, if you had it under the right hands, it was very, very tough to beat if you were very good with the car for what it was. But yeah, it was pretty interesting nevertheless, and yeah, I quite like this mod. I just wish it was a little quicker. If this was coasting around 200 most of the time, it would probably do fairly well on the leaderboard, but maybe mid-table, maybe a little more. But yeah, we're gonna have to settle with a 1 minute .85. So again, it's small top speed, it's short top end is what brings the car down, but it's very nice customizable wise, so it's not all down, it's not all problems. And finally, this is gonna be interesting. We have a goddamn lawnmower. As you can see, it replaces the Ford GT for some interesting reason. It's a lawnmower. Yes, it's just a lawnmower, which for some reason has a goddamn bazooka rocket launcher in the back. Why does a lawnmower have a rocket launcher in the back of the thing? Why does a lawnmower have a rocket launcher in the back? Why? Yeah, I don't quite get it. No, of course, you can't really do much customization-wise. It has, like, 2 body kit things, but I think that's just more of the case of it's just there, so there's no, like, floating, like, invisible body parts. That's probably the case. It can technically have a spoiler, but as you can see, it's not really at the right spot if you don't want it. Wheels, of course, you can obviously replace the wheels and put something silly on it. I'm not going to do that. Hoods, yeah, the hoods don't do anything either. And the roof scoops are probably also on the bottom or something. Yeah, I can't even. Yeah, you can't even see it. Either that or they just don't exist. Now you can't put vinyls on this car, much like the El Camino, but at least with the El Camino there was a ray around that. So we're just gonna paint it as a nice bright green, like a what is it, John Deere, or something. We're just gonna paint it a bright green, and this is like a window tint that you can't even put on because there's no window. So anyways, I expect the Lawnmower to be one of the absolute silliest cars I'm gonna have around here. And I also don't expect it to be the slowest car either. I think something about this Lawnmower tells me that it's going to be a very silly, very dumb car. Oh my god, it's even down to the point where it's got a, oh, is that like a disappearing tire or something? Yeah, I don't see the tire. Oh, jeez, it already gets off pretty damn quick. Oh, wow, there's a lot of speed in this Lawnmower. Lots of speed. And lots of grip too. Holy Jesus! Damn, this lawnmower is pretty damn quick. Like, look at that turning radius. This is like a Sonic Speedstar right now, in terms of the amount of speed and turning radius that this thing has. This is probably going to be competing with the Sonic Speedstar. And it's a goddamn lawnmower. It's a lawnmower doing this. Like, look at that. In fact, this car does so well with the turning, I'm not even going to have to get rid of those barricades there by the end there, because it's not going to get in the way. Look at this, 242 miles an hour in a lawnmower in this game. What? 51.34, it's already the fastest, and that's the first lap. The fastest we have today is a goddamn lawnmower. What is this madness? I wish it wasn't a little glitchy with the tires back there, but look at this. Oh shit, I got cut way too early. I kind of turned it because I'm kind of used to it, but then again, at the Lawnmower, you can do it really late and you'll be fine. But Jesus Christ, this car is ridiculous. Look at that! Look at that speed! Oh God, it's ridiculous. I've never quite seen anything like this. Oh, whoops. But yeah, we're gonna get a really quick time with this thing. Okay, even with that mistake, it's a 49.02, so there's that. Oh my god, I love silly mods. Sometimes I love silly mods like this. They're the most fun to do. They really are. But anyways, we're just gonna keep going here. And thankfully we didn't screw that part up, so this should be a much quicker lap time. Look at that thing. Taking that corner at over 215 miles an hour. And it's still a fucking lawnmower. I mean, like, holy Jesus. Oh, whoops. Nope, we're good. Now, this won't be 1,000 TC of Barth, because that thing had, like, ludicrous speed. That thing was doing, like, over 300 miles an hour, which was ridiculous. But this thing is just so much fun to drive. 46.49. Wow, that is a time. Like, a time that is being set by a motherfucking lawnmower. Wow, that's like... It's a fucking lawnmower is doing this. Like, what the fuck? I don't understand. It's like this is one of the silliest mods I've ever driven in this game, and it's a lot of fun. Holy Jesus Christ. But yeah, this is just loads of entertaining, yeah. But Jesus, this thing just goes. Doesn't know the meaning of slow. It's just quick. This thing tops out at 242. Wow, this thing was one rocket of a lawnmower. As we finish with final time of 46.22. Wow, this thing is unreal. It's ungodly fast. I gotta give it a slow clap. I love silly crazy mods like this, and this lawnmower just has in spades. So yeah, on to the leaderboard, shall we? And of course, now that with the leaderboard here, of course, the fastest of the day in a very high third place, taking the bronze medal, is the Lawnmower. Yes, the Lawnmower. With a 46.22 second lap time, it is a very, very quick, silly machine, and I'm very glad to see that it's actually up here. It's kind of interesting how, you know, you always get some of these more interesting cars up here. Not too far down, though. In 8th place is another top 10 car, is the Audi R8 5.2 Fsi Quattro with a 51.55 second. Only the second car to get in the 51-second territory, and it's the fastest of the two, being just about 3 ahead of the Toyota GT1 in 9th place. We do have to go quite a bit further down, though, to get to the last of the cars. In 74th place, looks like I made a little bit of a mistake with the typo here. This is 75th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. So, but this is correct, though. 74th place, the Chevelle El Camino Ss with a 1 minute, 0.85 second lap time. So there you go. 2 really fast cars, and one that would be a faster car if it had a better top end. So that's going to do it for this episode. If you have any requests, please feel free to leave them down below as much as you want. I don't have a restriction anymore. Follow me on Twitter to get the best updates, I guess you could call it that. Donate to my Patreon if you wish to support the channel. Absolutely not necessary, however. And as always, thank you for watching and take care.